Right, hello everybody. This Alright, this is Invasion Animation, and last time I made this little NPC fella, made him have like see-through limbs, kind of, like in a way. And I also made some animations last time. To show you some. This time I'm going to hopefully have enough time to make a car, and if I somehow manage to have extra time, I'll just go ahead and make a like work on my comic a bit. I actually managed to do 7 panels in one day, which is awesome for me. I usually I'm only able to do 2. So, proud of myself for being able to do that. Alright, so we got all of this. Got the idle, the walking, the running. I like the running, I'll probably use that more often. Sup, April Wind, welcome to the stream. And also, to everyone watching, please like the stream to help it get more popular. And see, we got punching animation. I'll probably play that if he's ever mad at the car. This is actually modeled after the driver of the taxi, but might make him an NPC or something. Oh, I know. I'll just like model it separately. Have the top of the car different, if anything. Alright, so that's the hurt animation, the head just flying completely off. It's a little point where it doesn't seem to have any color, but that's fine. No one's really gonna see that one all that often. This one is the one made specifically for the stream. I'm just crouching down and jumping, and the wave. Alright, so that's good. Now, over to the taxi. So I already started with some of the different stuff. The body hole is this fella right here. Decided to make it like anatomical to the model. Now I don't know if the model is going to remain as big or not, but it should. At least it's going to stay in proportion, so that should be fine. Alright, so for the hole, what I need here would be a mesh, I believe. I don't need that precisely. What the heck is a torus? I think a torus is a donut. Let's just see how that looks. It is a donut. Maybe I could use that for the tire instead of the circle. That could be interesting. Anyways, undo. Okay. So let's just add something, not a torus, beveled cuboid. What does that look like? It doesn't need to be high, so let's just make it just a tree, just so I can have an idea of how it looks. Alright, that works. Alright, so let's get this whole tin here, and can I move this up? Alright, that's more like it. Should I label that? Yeah, why not? Okay. Cool. Alright, so let's just resize it like so. This is supposed to be resizing, and it's not. I'm confused. Alright, let's just try putting in another object. This time let's just make it a straight up cuboid. Well, that one works. So yeah, that's something. Let's just lift this up so I can delete the other thing. Back. F that. Let's just move that over there. That's good. Alright, let's move this guy up about right here. Alright. Luckily, I can just do like this and just have a nice two-person turn. I wonder if I should make it kind of like a bike. And alright, so this should be able to fit the two peoples. I'll just move him over like so. And that fits, plus the wall, that should fit just perfectly. Alright, over, back you go. Alright, so just gonna go to this. And I think I'm actually going to stretch it out a bit more, just in this direction. Alright, that should be fine. Alright, so. But yeah, sorry it took so long, but it just is what it is. Seam cut. That cut did not do what I expected it to. Alright, what is the action I wanted here? Because there is a loop cut tool. I'm just not sure where the marker for that is. So. Alright, maybe it's by face it's supposed to be. So. Alright, here we are. Loop cut. And then let's also loop cut here and just put it over at that side. I hope these are symmetrical because, well, I just do. Alright, so it's close enough. Oh, you know what? There is a mirror option. How do I turn that on? Split mesh. Oh, no. Alright, mirror modeling. Alright, so let's just undo these two. Because this thing's gonna be symmetrical. So, mirror, what the F did I just do? Alright, so let's just turn on mirror modeling right now. Where did it go? It was just here. Alright. Here we are. Alright, so let's just do that. Now we can just select the face, go here, and it should loop cut to both ends. If I did it correctly. Alright, here we are. Excellent. Alright, so let's do that. Let's extrude selection. Alright, so we got that. Just need to like make a door, but that should be fine for right now. Let's just do that. See, how would that look like this? Alright, I think I should have made this a bit shorter, so let's just do that now. Because this is gonna be a crazy taxi, not a crazy limo. Alright, so let's just do that right here. Back to the faces, I need to remember. And let's just do something like that. And then let's alright, let's do one more loop cut. Oh, not quite what I wanted. Right, let's loop cut from maybe this direction. We'll make it that way. Nope, that's not the case. Let me see. What direction? There we go. Alright, it counts as all of those, which isn't really what I was going for, but that's fine. And let's just do that. Zoom it out like so. I completely forgot what I was trying to do here. Alright, this is what I meant to do. So, let's see, extrude. So we're just gonna do it like so. In fact, just one little bit shorter. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's the stuff right there. So, let's just do that. And I wonder if like I can repurpose this for like a spaceship, because I have lots of games in my mind, and I actually made like a spaceship model earlier, like a long time ago, and I was thinking about using that as like a basis for this, but I'm just gonna do my own thing with this one. Alright, so let's see. I think that looks good. It's not too aerodynamic though, but that's fine. Let's just extrude it once more, put it out to right there, and then just shrink it. Just shrink that ever so slightly like so. Then I'm just gonna move it to just right here. Right, there we go. Perfect. Now this is all green for right now, but just trust the process. It'll look good. Let me see. And even though I copied over everything, even when it was textured, this guy doesn't like show up textured in this one, which is fine. Alright, so let's see. Alright, let's add the seats. Yeah, it's gonna need some seats. So okay. So let's make one more folder. And just gonna name it seat. Then if anything, I could just copy it in a bit. So let's just do that. Let's add a mesh. Make it yet another cuboid. Diameter 6, because why not? And I'm just gonna have the seats go all the way up here. Let's just name this hole as well. Huck. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Alright, so let's just do that. But I'm gonna move this down just slightly. Will that mess up the ideals? Maybe, but hopefully not. Alright, so back to the seat. Let's just resize it a bit here. That works. And let's just do a little loop cut in the other direction. Then move it right here. Just revert the edit, and that should work. Alright, let me see if I'm being heard. I think I'm being heard fine. I am. I'm not hearing any robot voice. Excuse me. Okay, so there's the seat. Let's go ahead, get this, and extrude the selection. E to extrude. Actually, it's Shift E, but my E don't work, so I'm using this button. Alright, so that's about the size of them. Don't think they're gonna need one of those covers. Alright, let's make one more cue board. This time I'm going to make the height just 2. Armchair. There. Just gonna name that butt. And when it moves, it should move all of them together like so. Yep. Okay, so that's good. Sorry about that. Pixel density, I think I went with 32. Let's just do taxi. So 64 by 64. That's fine. So just gonna go with that. Oh, this is just for the seat. Alrighty then. The surface does not have a texture. How annoying. Alright. Alright, so at least I could probably customize seats if I want to go into it further. But you know, 16 by 16 and should be enough since it's just a seat. Alright, so let me just do that quickly. 1 second. Come back, and it should be good. Alright, there we go, and the whole seat is here ready. So let's just do that. And I guess those extra texture marks there are for textures on the inside, which should be irrelevant. So it's got that here. Let's go ahead and get this color and the brush ready. Yeah, like I said, it shouldn't matter too much. Something wrong happened, but I'm just gonna go with it. You know what? It works. It works for the texture. Alright. Oh. Hi, Invader. How are you? I am doing just fine. 8th Green, welcome to the stream. Oh, and I forgot to welcome A4Win to the stream. I did say hi to them, though. But yeah, as you can see, the texture here got messed up somewhere, but it ended up working out just well, just fine. So I guess this up here is related to this here, so let me just try put in something here. It's not. That's so odd, but that's fine. Alright, so let's just make this go here and here. And this is fine for a texture. Let's also put a little bit of this right here at the side. Is that side not paintable? What the heck? Alright, that's fine. Just make that green, because why not? Yeah, that's a perfectly fine seat right there. Right, so now that that's painted and over with, let's go ahead and move this right down to here. Mirror modeling is on, so should make a mirror automatically of it. Oh, this was unexpected. Right. So let's take mirror modeling off. Then I could just copy it with this random seat 2. Actually, these need to go just slightly lower. Yes, you too, seat 1. So seat 1, you go here. The F. Okay, everything seems to finally be in order now. Right, let's sink it in a little bit to the floor and just move it back a bit. Right, seat 2, you do the same. Move it back. But yeah, I don't know if any of you have been in a taxi before, but I have. It's kind of an interesting thing. Now, I would have put a bunch of beads like on the driver's seat, because taxis, they always have that. I'm not sure for the reason. I guess it might be like a religious reason. No, I don't think the taxi is itself is a religion. It's just the religion of the person driving it. Alright, so got that right here, this right here. Let's make this seat driver. And then seat passenger. Then I could just use this sheet back here as a nice little duplicate for this. In fact, just the texture back here will work. So let's copy the butt and put it in its own group. So exit. Say 80. And let's copy the butt in that. Right. Alright, so we got that right here. Let's do that. Just occurred to me, I'm probably when I loop cut this, it's probably going to like rip apart the entire door. So going to need to find a way around that. Alright, so anyways, let's go ahead and let me see, is music playing? Alright, it is. Those of you that been in a car know the back seat is always like much wider. Alright, so it's not quite enough room for this, so let's just do that. Put that here. Move this back slightly. Do I need a steering wheel? Probably do, but I'm not gonna make it right now. Because I just thought of this door situation, and this door is probably going to be troublesome activity. So I'm going to like try to fix it. But yeah, something's different about these two chairs. Like they just seem like offset to me. And I can't really put my finger on what it is that's different, but that's it. Alright, so let's just fold in seat all of that right there. Focus on this, and yeah, that right there is going to be an issue. Alright, so let's again, how do I go about that? Let's just have like one big door. Some cars have that. Alright, so that's fine like that. Let's do this right here. So let's do another loop cut to about right here. Let's revert the edit. Move it to there, then just bring it up once. Alright, perfect. I should give enough room for a nice proper door. Alright, so let's grab these two sides right here. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself for being able to just change how the not change, but like add on to the comic. Because usually I can only do 2 panels at once, and I actually managed to do 7 2 days ago and 4 today, which is great. I didn't post any of the comic yet. I plan to post the first episode tomorrow, and I was going to like post it every 2 weeks, but I want to see like how many panels I can get done today, because if I can get like say 4 today, then maybe I could change it to weekly, because I know I will be able to keep up with the schedule. Because before then, I needed to make like some like teen amount of panels, and that amount will be a lot. So that's why I decided to just make it in a different way. So let's have different doors go out and about here. Actually, let's do a loop cut once again. Oh, we got another loop cut right here. So let's drag it forward a little bit. And now I can just make this side wider. Didn't even make the tire yet. But yeah, I really haven't been doing any animating lately, which is just... Alright, what is on here now? Alright, the texture seems to be glitching, but that's fine. Alright, so let's get group. Door back. Right. If you do door and then if you put an L on it, usually it automatically mirrors it to R in the program. Right, so let's just do this. To the hole you go. Right, that should be good. But with 3D modeling, it's nice, but you can see why I much prefer to like just do with the 2D stuff. Especially when it comes to making full-on animations. I remember when I first got into anime, then I actually tried to do 3D, and I tried it with Blender, and it did not work out well at all. So that's that. Alright. This is a fine door. Let's just rotate it on. Wait, how do I move the point again? Let's see. Move vertex, that's not it. There's a point this revolves around, and I think that's it. Here we go. Now, doors open like so and like so. But yeah, I really get the inspiration to do these kinds of stuff. And I had it again for now. So I just decided, hey, let's just do it. Alright, so let's just do that. Alright, so let's find like that. Right, so that's good. And even though it's like pointless because I'm not making no mirror, but I will be, well, not, I'm not making no reflection, but I will be making a mirror. So, let's do yet another cuboid. That could be the same, because why not? And yeah, let's just have it be uh, smaller, just a bit. Where did door number 2 come from? Alright, well, that's that. Okay, so let's take off mirror modeling for now and delete. Alright, so that should be good. Let's do that here. Alright, bit too flat. Why isn't it getting bigger again? Alright. Do not let it hit 0 flatness. Note to self. Alright, so we got that and that. And let's make this kind of like that and just duplicate it. Since it's going to be attached to it, I don't really need to make this apparent to it. If anything, I could just remake the model another time, fix it that way. Alright, so that's good. Let's just I don't think there's a transparent texture, so I'm probably just gonna leave it like that. Leave it a convertible. Alright, so now that that's done, let's turn on the mirror modeling. And that should duplicate it to the other side. Alright. So let's just do this and then that. Oh, now it wants to work. Alright. Alright. I'm just wondering if I should like head on over and draw some of the comic right now, because I actually have it available where I can just do that right now. There's some kind of flip option, but I do not know what it is. Effort, that works. Delete. Door 2, the copy, is now the original. And this one is in fact the true door L, so your new name is door R. Right, so it's fine. Back and my neck are hurting me. Right, but because what the F? Right. Damn. Alright, let's see. So I do the animations or should I just do the wheels? Let's do the wheels. So I got the wheel FR, so I'll go over there. Alright, that should be good. Spawn. What's it called? A circle. I'm not gonna need no stinking Taurus, so yeah, 12 sides, that's just fine. Right, so let's just rotate it. Alright, rotate with an R, might snap it to a proper place. And that should be good. Alright. Well, that's fine. It's mirrored, I guess. Alright, so let's just do that. Let's expand. This way, yeah, I kind of expected that not to work, so let's just do this. Dude. And so that's fine. So this one's FR, this one's gonna be FL. This one's going to mean nothing because I'm going to change it. Alright, so let's make the wheels next to each other. Alright, so that's the togetherness of it all. Okay, that's fine. Just realized the textures at the back, they don't have one, so yeah, F that, that's fine. Alright, so let's see. Right, here we are. Alright, let's paint the wheels. Alright, let's make them. That's a fine color for wheels. Hey. I think this will just put it on everything. Alright. Alright, I'm quite bored, so I'm gonna just take this to the whole Dainton right here. It's kind of like a Tesla. That's better. Of course, that happened. Alright, anyways. How is that even there? Alright, whatever. I don't even know how those textures could have ended up there, but I don't really care enough to move it. Good enough. F. See, I've been streaming an hour, 5 minutes. That's just about as dead as usual, so I think I'm probably gonna go since I'm a bit bored. So, oh, this is a different texture. It is good. Right. Well, that's good enough. Armchair, somewhat work. Barely. And this texture is see-through. Why? Well, at least that helped, kind of. Alright, so I also need to add a sit-in position for the NPC. The NPC worked out much better for the other one. And for what I planned for the other game, I think what I did was pretty well so far. So we got that. Alright, let's actually move the seats. What am I saying? Seats is necessary. Let's do the simpleton first and just have it drive. Alright, good. Alright, good. So the tires move. It kind of looks like there's a gradient on it already for some reason. gonna separate them, but that would make no sense to do. That's good enough. I don't know if I could copy animations. Yeah, I think I'm done here. If you like this, like it. I just don't really feel like doing this anymore, so that's that. since I'm getting good at like drawing more for my comic, maybe I can do some for the animation too. I could animate the door opening, but but why not? Let's just do that. Fuck it. Open do. That's fine. So, got that. Got that with the freaking tiger right there. Alright, so that's that there. Just open it like so. Copy that. Let's give them 2 seconds to get in. Pop. And then it closes. Oh, this is how it goes. 2 seconds. Pop. Alright. Basically done. Can I be bothered fixing the textures of this? No, I can't. Alright, so if you enjoyed this, like it. If you didn't, then yeah, that's fine. And comment down below. And until next time.